everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Fourtress of a podcast about movies and TV shows and video games and lots of pop culture nerd things. My name is Oscar, and I'll be one of your hosts today. With me, per usual, the whole gang is here. We got Alex, Brian, and Devin. Hello, everyone.
We out here. We all made it.
Full house.
What up?
We've missed you, Alex. It's been a couple weeks. We're glad you're back.
I'm here. I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
With that, should we just jump in? We got a big week. Should we just jump into the first topic of the week?
Let's get it.
Lots of news.
News talk.
So Sony, they announced their new PlayStation Plus subscription thing.
Hooray.
Game Pass killer.
Hooray.
That everyone's been talking about. And it's not a Game Pass killer. It's not really much of anything, really. I mean, it's fine. All right, look, so basically, it's the all-new PlayStation Plus, they called it, and it seems to be they've just combined PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now, mostly probably because nobody uses PlayStation Now.
Right.
I'm gonna wait to see, because I think they said that they're all current PlayStation Plus people are getting automatically put in the premium tier, which is the high tier, but I don't know for how long. Probably for a month. I would say at least do it for 3 months so that people can get an idea of what the month-to-month games are like, I guess.
Right. Mm-hmm.
If it's just a month, that's not going to help me decide whether or not I want it or not, really. Because if it's just like PlayStation Now, I'm not going to want to keep that.
The biggest thing is going to be the games that they release. They're going to have to do some day ones on here if they want to have any sort of competition with Xbox Game Pass. And I don't know that Sony's going to do that. They're pretty stingy with their catalog.
What kind of games have they talked about? Is it just going to be like first-party games? Or do they even know?
Well, it's just, so the 3 tiers are PlayStation Essential, which is PlayStation Plus Essential, which is what normal PlayStation Plus is now. Then they have PlayStation Plus Extra and PlayStation Plus Premium, which basically just add like 400 to 700 games, which is kind of what PlayStation Now is. So I don't know if they're going to change the lineup of games in those, because they're saying mostly it's going to be PlayStation 3, PS2, and PS1 games, which is cool. Also, except for the fact that you still can't download PS3 games, which is like, that's fucking annoying.
Oh yeah, I heard the 3 is on the cloud, but all the older ones are downloads.
Yeah, which seems to me that you would swap that and it'd be the other way around.
Right.
Because I could stream Crash Bandicoot from the PS2.
Exactly. It's like 30 megabytes.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice.
I don't want to stream The Last of Us. You know what I mean?
Right. Interesting.
So that's annoying. But as far as like day ones, they're not doing it. They're not going to do it. They've already said they're not going to.
It's got to at least be maybe a few months after or something like that. Like I just looked, I just pulled up my Xbox Game Pass just now, and I can play Guardians of the Galaxy right now. And that came out, late 2021?
Right.
And so that's almost a brand new game, and I can go and play that right now. And they have a lot of games that come out day one.
Yeah, they have said that stuff like I guess like one of the biggest ones, like they're putting Miles Morales Spider-Man on there. Returnal, which just came out like a little over or less than a year ago now, but that's one that I didn't play because I was not that excited. But it's like now I might have a shot. But like other than that, I'm not really gonna change my stance on PlayStation Plus just because, yeah, I'm mostly playing the big games they put out that I will just buy whenever they come out. You know what I mean? And I get that that's why they're not doing it, is because they're making all the money off of those games and then using that money that they make to make the next one. So it's like it's working for them. But this is not a Game Pass killer.
Yeah, it needs some work. Honestly, I don't know how Xbox is still on their feet. Like that Game Pass is like a dream. It seems like
it's because Microsoft, man. That's the only reason why.
Yeah, it's a movie pass monstrosity kind of stuff where it's like this is too good of a deal. Something's wrong. Someone's getting shafted here.
Someone's losing money. Yeah, but I just thought it was interesting, and yeah, we'll see. Because right now, I think it's the regular PlayStation Plus price isn't changing, but PlayStation Plus Extra is going to be $15 a month or $100 a year. Premium is going to be $18 a month or $120 a year. I don't know if I'm going to want to pay double for what I have right now for a bunch of old games that I probably won't honestly play right now, especially if I can't download the PS3 ones. So I don't. Yeah.
When's this rolling out? I might wait until like Black Friday deals. They always got something.
This is rolling out in June.
Yeah, I'll wait till the fall.
You think they'll have Metal Gear Solid 4 on here? I'll pay for it for 1 month. Just
That's what I'm talking about.
Man,
you gotta stream it.
That game is forever gonna live and die on PS3.
That
I don't know.
Pisses me off so bad. But it's so hard to play this game.
It better be available.
Even then, like, I wouldn't want to stream that game either. That game's fucking huge, dude.
We got no choice.
Yeah.
Like, that sucks.
You better hard wire that Ethernet cord directly into that PlayStation if you want to play.
No outages.
It's true. Yeah, so that's interesting. It is a bit of a disappointment, but I honestly wasn't expecting a Game Pass killer, really. But yeah, I
They
don't
just
know.
really want us to use PlayStation Now is all this comes down to. Because that was my thing. Is I was like,
Basically.
maybe, because I got excited when they said those old games, but I'm like, most of these games I've purchased before. I can, play them by other means, quote unquote. That it's like, is it
Right.
really worth it? Probably better, honestly, than whatever they're going to give me with this.
Yeah, that's true.
What like PlayStation 1 or 2 games would you guys like to see on here?
Shit, that's a hard question.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. That's why I'm like, I'm not as tempted because I don't know what games I would be like, oh man, I want to go back and play this Scorpion King on PS2.
I was about
I don't
to
know.
say something that hasn't already been remastered. I'm really not
a lot
sure,
of it's
to be
out
honest.
there. I would like to play the all the old Metal Gear games, but I know that 1 is on there. I'm not sure about 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Or like it's on, like you can download it. I mean, it's not on. I'm not sure if it's on
Right.
now, but you can just download it and pay for it.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. But we'll see. I mean, it definitely feels like it's Sony just getting more money out of people because I think there will be people that just get it.
Yeah, they're not even going to think about it. They're not going to use it. They're just like, of course, it makes sense for me to have this.
Again, I'll wait to see what the first month looks like and how much I actually used it. And if not, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll save my $60.
Right.
Next, sorry, Alex. Breath of the Wild 2 has been delayed to spring of 2023.
Honestly, I saw this news and I was very okay with it. Take your time, make a great game, and also you don't stand a chance at Game of the Year after Elden Ring.
Ooh, spicy.
I'm just gonna be very honest. Elden Ring is so fucking amazing, and I feel like it's a game that came out in direct competition with the first Breath of the Wild. Like people played that Breath of the Wild and changed the way that they were developing games. And this is, I think, one of the best examples of a game post Breath of the Wild. So they probably saw what From Software released and were like, you know what? Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Let's see what else we can develop. Let's just put this out next year. Well, and when people hopefully forget about this other game that just released. So I think it's a good move for them. They can take their time. I'll be patient. I'll wait.
Because of Elden Ring coming out, they had to go, and they're making a new system for Breath of the Wild 2 just because of that. They're like, we need at least 6 more months because we got to add something different because they're gonna think that we just cheated off of this game. I guarantee that's what happened.
I wouldn't be surprised if they push it again and it's gonna be on like the new Switch or whatever in 2 years.
Oh no, we can't wait this long.
That would be I could wait next year, but I don't know if I can wait longer than 1 more year.
I'm also not surprised because we haven't seen jack shit about this game anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like,
right.
Who knows how far along they were to begin with, but yeah, I don't know. So
yeah, I'm mad they released like the same footage again and was like acting like they were gonna show us some new stuff. They just had one extra shot for the cutscene. I'm like, motherfuckers.
That's all they got. They're like, shit.
That's honestly probably what they got.
No, I'm sure they're working hard over there. Like I said, take your time.
Yeah. And in the gaming landscape, like I think every good game now is just going to have delays. Like no game is ever going to launch when they first expect it. So it's just like, it's every game's going to be delayed.
I just treat them all as announcements. We're making a game and it'll be out one day.
Yeah,
one
basically.
Day. Then I'll see it on the shelves.
Just never put a date on anything. We'll release it when it's ready.
That's like the same thing when who was it? I think David Cage when they said that Eclipse was delayed. And he was like, we never put a date on it, so how can it be delayed? It's like, yeah, it's not wrong. Piece of shit, but not wrong. Next, these are 2 combined stories because, man, apparently a lot of actors are retiring. But one of them, the first one, Bruce Willis, has a family announced that he's retiring from acting because he was diagnosed with aphasia. And he's also like, what they've talked about, he's like, he's deaf, I think, in 1 ear, or he's been going deaf or something. So he's already had struggle like hearing on set, and like that's why he's had like apparently had like an earpiece in his ear, like just feeding him his lines, and he's had trouble like focusing. And apparently after this diagnosis, they said that like, yeah, that's it, he's done. And so, which is sad. I mean, yeah, we make fun of him based on like the money he's made and also like the shitty movies he's made, but clearly it's like maybe that's why he knew this was coming. So he's like, I'm gonna make as much money as I can with the time that I have left.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's sad because like, I mean, yeah, like I said, we make fun of him, but like he's put out some fucking amazing historic movies, Die Hard, Breakable, shit like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that has to happen eventually. People get older, and we're at that point where a lot of the actors that we grew up with are getting older, and they got to start doing some other stuff. So. It's one of those situations. I wouldn't be surprised if we'll see more of that happen over the next few years, especially after not after. I want to say post-COVID, but there's no post-COVID, where a
I
lot of
know.
people are just bogged down and tired.
It's sad to see, but yeah, it's bound to happen, man.
Yeah, I honestly respect it. Like, you don't hear too much about like actors or creative people in general retiring. I mean, you
Right.
do in like the music world, but they always come back inevitably. So it's like the most of the time, like when actors stop working, they just kind of fade away or they pass away. So
Mhm.
I think that's a really cool move to just announce that you're retiring. You know, you're stepping away. You're gonna spend some time with your family, spend some time by yourself. You know, do your thing. I really respect that. Make your
Yeah.
money and enjoy your life.
But while you're ahead, people don't like to do that. But I think it's a very important distinction to be able to know when, like, yeah, this is getting rough
Right.
for me.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a really tough, like humbling move to step away from like that spotlight.
And it makes his cost, if anybody ever does want to bring him back, just throw enough zeros behind that number. And I'm sure he'll come out of
I'm
retirement.
about to say, isn't Bruce Willis the fucking $1 million a
Yep.
day motherfucker?
Yeah, he sure was.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. But I mean, yeah, he
Yeah.
like fucking Pulp Fiction, amazing. Sixth Sense, like he's been in some
Mhm.
incredible shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's true.
Pat, what a career. What a career, man.
Mhm.
There
Yippee-ki-yay.
you go.
It's a Christmas movie, by the way, just in case we need to make that distinction.
It's a great Christmas movie. But also speaking of retiring, Jim Carrey apparently also is potentially maybe retiring from acting as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is this confirmed? Is what you sound
I mean, he
skeptical.
said this is let me pull out his quote. He said he was doing an interview with Access Hollywood, obviously promoting Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And he said, "Well, quote, I'm retiring. Yeah, probably. I'm being fairly serious. It depends. If the angels bring some sort of script that's written in gold ink to me, or that says to me that it's going to be really important for people to see, I might continue down the road, but I'm taking a break." So, and then I really like my quiet life and I really like putting paint on canvas. I really love my spiritual life and I feel like, and this is something you might never hear another celebrity say as long as time exists, I have enough, I've done enough, I am enough. So, I don't
Wow.
know. I mean, granted, he did like me and Brian were talking about it off podcast before. Like, he took a pretty bit of a sabbatical from the whole Hollywood and acting career, anyways. So who knows? Like but it seems fairly like he's content, which is good, you know. But
Mhm.
what about Sonic 3?
And Jim Carrey has always been kind of anti-Hollywood anyway. He's been very woke and like he gives speeches about, mindfulness and like
Mhm.
knowing yourself and stuff like that. So he's never really been like, I don't think he's been too attached to like the whole scene anyway. But again, that script written in golden ink by angels, I think what he's really translation is a check written with lots of zeros to maybe bring him back. The right
I
script.
don't know. I feel like once you're like, I mean, it's hard for me to imagine, but once you're like a bazillionaire, a millionaire, like how much money is
Right.
more money when you have all the money? You know
Yeah.
what I
True.
mean? I feel like for him, at least when he was saying that, I took it as like an important story or whatever, like something that speaks to him, or at least that's what I hope that he means. You
Mhm.
might be right. Maybe he's
Yeah.
more cynical.
Well, I think maybe he is like pure, like not pure enough, but like, what do you say?
he believes in the art enough. I think
Right,
me and
right,
Oscar talking about that
exactly.
as well. That he's very much an artist, and you can tell he seems like the Robert Pattinson kind of person that, like, yeah, I've done a
Right.
lot of big roles. I just want to do some cool shit that means something, and not something that's just a summer
Mhm.
blockbuster. And you get tired of that kind of stuff.
The thing
Right.
with Jim Carrey is like he's always like he's so fun and goofy, and like the roles that he like in the Sonic role, for instance, like his take on Dr. Eggman or just any of the roles where he's having fun. But I think you've seen in his career he's tried stuff
Yeah.
where he's been a little bit more serious, like Truman Show, and I think
Remember the number 23?
Oh yes.
Aw. That's what sucks too. Is I think because the man's got a dark mind. He's a very
Yeah.
interesting dude when it comes down to like him as a human being.
I feel like a
but-
lot of comedians are like that, you know?
Right.
Mhm.
You got to have
Yeah.
depression to be a comedian, basically.
I
Mhm.
can't help but wonder if this was in any way in response to the documentary that came out. I think it's called Andy, where it's a documentary about the making of a movie that he was in, where he was it was like a biopic about another comedian, and he was
Mhm.
playing this comedian. I think the comedian's name was Andy or whatever. And this comedian was famous for like taking things way too far, pushing the envelope as far as jokes and
Mhm.
profanity and vulgarity and like physical comedy. Um, and was really like aggressively this real life person was aggressively rude to a lot of crew members and destroyed sets and stuff like that. And it was pretty like grotesque towards women, I think, from what I've heard from people that knew the comedian or watched this documentary about the making of this film. So anyway, in the making of the film, they uncover, or that not uncover, they just kind of open up the process where he was method acting. So he like, put on the hat. He's like, okay, I am this person, this Andy. I'm not Jim Carrey anymore. So no matter when we're rolling, when I'm on set or when I'm off, I'm going to be this awfully grotesque, brutal, funny, quotation mark, funny comedian and push the envelope and piss off everybody. So he was like disrespecting crew, disrespecting everybody on set, literally breaking shit all the time. I heard from people that watched the documentary, there's like groping women and laughed it off and was able to get away with it because he's doing his job, quote unquote. He's method acting. So a lot of people really looked at him a lot differently, I think, after this documentary came out.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it. Yet. I'm just basing on the trailers and what other people have told me. I feel like it'll shift my opinion on Jim Carrey, who's someone that I've liked for a while. But I feel like he's gotten a lot of grief since that documentary came out, and I wonder if this has anything to do with it.
So me and Oscar were talking a little bit about that off podcast because I was telling him like because this whole situation, a lot of people getting outed for also doing bad things. I got a few things I want to say about that as a whole. One, hot take, method act is fucking stupid. You're supposed to be an actor. Stop being fucking weird. Why is it only when you want to be a piece of shit that you method act? Why you never see it in any other kind of role or situation?
I'm going to be a nice person.
Right.
Why can't you bake everyone cookies for the fucking crew and beating them up, weirdos? Two, just about every famous person you can ever meet, anyone that has a lot of money is weird. We got to stop holding them up on high pedestals and start realizing that most of them are probably weird people, out of touch at the very least, weird at the most. Whatever, it happens. And then three, Jim Carrey has not been without his issues. I don't know the specifics of a lot of them, but that's probably where a lot of people have been getting that from, is maybe that biopic that, Jim Carrey has not always been a good dude. And maybe he's finally starting to realize it, but instead of apologizing, he's just going to run away. That's what Aquafina did recently, and that kind of made everybody mad. So maybe it's one of those situations. I don't know, but I'd be interested to watch that documentary. It actually sounds super interesting.
Yeah, I had no idea about that. So yeah,
check it out, or not,
or not.
I guess since we're right there, let's just we'll go through this quickly. The Oscars happened, and something spectacular happened at the Oscars. Justice League won the best Twitter award for the best moment for cheer-worthy moment on Twitter. It won when the Flash entered the Speed Force. It beat Spider-Man No Way Home. It beat Endgame. It beat Dreamgirls, which is funny that was on there. And it beat The Matrix when Neo dodges the bullets. I'm just saying, that's the only interesting thing that happened at the Oscars.
Yes.
No.
I did not know that. I only heard a couple of things about the Oscars, and that was not it.
I needed to put that shout out in there.
Keep your wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Yeah, so everyone knows at this point, and which is why I don't think we need to. Well, for one thing, none of our opinions really fucking matter. And two, everyone's heard everything at this point, even though it seems like something new about it comes out every fucking day. Will Smith hit Chris Rock after he made a joke on stage. Granted, it was also a bad joke. It wasn't a good joke, but he still hit a man on nationwide, worldwide television. And then sat down and got an award 20 minutes later, and everyone gave it a standing ovation. So
it's the speed walk that I can't get over. It's like we were talking about that off air. It was like, what if he wasn't in the front row and this man had to power walk for like 10 minutes to get up to the stage to slap this man? But he's on a new joke completely at this point.
Yeah.
He has to scoot by Meryl Streep. Excuse me, Meryl. Sorry.
Like, I wonder if you could keep that anger for that long to walk that far.
It's like a toddler that runs out of steam. And he gets to the stage and he's like, I'm tired. I'm over it. Right. He just walks right away.
Forget it.
Yeah. I mean, I will just quickly say my stance. Yeah, he shouldn't have hit him, for one thing. I'm not brave for saying that. He shouldn't have hit him.
Right. Violence ain't it, guys. Violence is not it.
I think they both, for one thing, Chris Rock's a bad joke. Two, apparently this is, again, no one really knows any of this for a fact, but apparently he didn't know about her alopecia. In which case, apologize to her, yada yada. And so I don't think they should take his award away. Me and Brian talked about this as well. It was like, because if they did that, it just opens a big can of worms of hypocrisy, considering people like Harvey Weinstein still have all of his awards and
they
stuff.
should look at motherfucking Harvey Weinstein before they take anybody's award. First of
Exactly.
Agreed.
No, I feel the exact same way. I think it's really ironic that the man that made a whole documentary about telling his little daughter about to appreciate and love her hair and then make a joke about a black woman's hair is shit you can't make up. Like, come on, bro.
There's a lot of irony to this whole situation.
Yeah. So that was kind of goofy, but yeah, don't hit people. I do believe there's a world that I don't like the team Chris Rock, team Will Smith, whatever the fuck. They were both wrong, and that's fine. It's just rich, drunk people. Yeah. That's all that.
Yeah.
What it boiled down to.
I think they both just need to call each other and apologize. Just have a conversation or whatever. I'm not sure if that's happened or not. I know somebody was like on Instagram apologizing to the world, not necessarily to that specific person, but
I mean, like he in his speech when he won the award, which he went on for like the longest speech of history, Academy history, which I would say it seemed like he was gaslighting the whole world, and also pretty hypocritical when he talks about wanting to be a vessel of love after we just saw you hit a man 20 minutes before. It's just ironic, man. Like, I don't know. But
listen, get Chris Rock on the Red Table Talk, boy. That shit's about to be lit.
I want to see it
we all
so
making
badly.
money, boys.
So badly.
We can all win from this.
Yeah.
Get him on Red Table Talk. I'll watch it.
And Chris Rock is a champ for taking that. And he didn't move. He didn't fall. And he just went on with the show. So I give Chris Rock props for that.
I bet he was going through his head, like thinking of all the comebacks he could have had.
Oh, yeah.
And so shocked. Like he could have been like, well, that was such an entanglement. Like he could
Yeah.
there's so many things he could have said like after that. But
he saw those zeros on that paycheck.
Punched.
That's all it was.
Basically.
Or he would have ruined that man's whole entire life on that stage. Easily.
Oh, yeah. He could. I think everyone at that point was like, that was what set him off? Damn. Imagine what he could have said, you know?
I never thought Chris Rock could take a hit, but he took it.
Did.
So good for him.
That's the thing. It's like, and that's why I think why also people are upset is like, Will Smith trained to be Muhammad Ali, bro. He's got at least 40, 50 pounds on Chris Rock. Chris Rock is like, what, 60? 57, 60 years old or something like that? It's like, you just hit an old man.
Not that Will Smith is that much younger,
No,
but like still, like y'all are grown men. This is grown men behavior happening.
Right.
Like,
so that happened.
He one punch man uppercut him. He flew through the ceiling and then came back and then still had a whole set afterwards.
That is one thing that me and Brian talked about as well. Is like, I do love Twitter at times. Mostly hate it. But man, Twitter's on point with the funnies at sometimes, man. Because after that shit happened, it was nonstop. Everybody hates Chris references. Holy shit, it was nuts. My
the
God.
internet is if they are one thing, they are fast.
Yes,
I will give them props for that always.
Fucking hell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything more to say about it. He resigned from the academy, yada yada. It seems like this is kind of going to be ongoing and yada yada. So. Yeah. Who knows when this will end? I'm just saying.
Did anybody know that the Oscars was happening that night before that happened? No. I think that's a worthy thing to do.
Like the Oscars is so like, I don't know. I've always been a little like disgusted with it, but I think it did make me go down a little bit of a YouTube rabbit hole, and I saw the cool moment where are you guys familiar with like when Marlon Brando won The Godfather for Best Actor, and he just declined it, and he gave his speech time to a Native American woman who basically was talking about...
He sent a Native American up there to give him the award.
Right. And she's like, oh, Mr. Brando can't accept this. And he also wanted to comment that, you know, Hollywood is real shitty to Native Americans. So thanks, no thanks. And she just walks off the stage. I was like, that is the most badass thing I've ever seen. Like,
wow.
Another element to that shows, because everyone thinks John Wayne was a dope dude. He was the biggest like racist in nowhere, and he was sitting in the awards. Apparently people had to hold him back because he was so pissed off that there was a Native American giving a speech up there. And it's like, shut up, John Wayne. Fuck off.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much all of his movies are about colonialism and racism.
Absolutely.
So it's not surprising to think that he would sign up for those ideals.
Clint Eastwood had something to say about it too at that award show in the 70s or whatever. But still, Marlon Brando though, holy shit.
Yeah, because even like he's a piece of shit, you know. So it's yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah, that's one thing about the Oscars as a whole is I feel like people talk about how it's ruining the sanctity, and it's like the sanctity of what Halle Berry won Best Actress in 2002. And then made this long speech about, this is going to open the door for black women like me. And then no one else could feel to win that award ever again, since she did.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was shocked. I think it was a couple of weeks ago when I realized she's the first black woman to win Best best leading actor. Is that right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that shit fucking blew
That
my
was
mind.
20 years ago.
And then Will
Like,
Smith was
come
the
on.
first black actor to win Best Actor since, I think, like Forrest Whitaker, like in 19 something maybe. I can't remember exactly, but it's been a while. It's been a while, so it's like, and I think that's the shitty thing about Will Smith is that he just gave a bunch of racists and conservatives ammo for why they shouldn't have black people at these award shows.
But ain't none of us are invited to the Oscars next year.
Right? It sucks. It's ugh. That's the consequences that he obviously didn't think of in that moment when he went on.
He had to go and black it up.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird to think about that it happened.
Because of him, women get 60% less lines in all of their movies now.
Oh no.
Like, they're just gonna fuck us up.
So like watching that clip, you think he's just gonna go up and just like, fake give him some
Thought it was fake
punches or something, and that's what Chris Rock is expecting. And then he literally gets slapped across the face, and like the whole room is still kind of like laughing. They're like, haha, like not really knowing what happened. And then it really like the whole room kind of figures it out when the second time he yells like, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, like, and then it's like real uncomfortable, like the whole everybody's just like,
you can see Lupita Nyong'o's face behind him just like drain of life. She's just like
No, you can tell Chris Rock knew something bad was gonna happen because he called for somebody before he got smacked. He was like, he walking kind of fast, bro. Wait a second.
Oh man. Yeah, I just, why'd you give him a standing ovation after that, though, man? That's so
I mean, what
weird.
else do you do, bro?
You can sit and clap. If you really need to
They
clap.
gave him a standing ovation after he won the award?
Yeah, when he won his award 20 minutes later, he got a standing ovation from the room.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is
and
just
I'm like, that's where I'm
disgusting.
like,
because get you a motherfucker that can do both. He can pimp smack somebody and win an award. Holy shit. This man's a king. No, that's fucking interesting.
It's either the most like gangster, like what do you say, like cool moment of all time, if depending on your perspective, or it's the most disgusting Oscars moment. Everybody gave a standing ovation. It's one or the other.
And we saw the moment when Moonlight beat La La Land and they fucked it up.
Oh my
God. How
God.
did we somehow in our history see both of those things?
I'm not surprised, honestly.
Right. I mean, that's the thing is it doesn't bother me. Maybe that's fucked up for me, but
I'm not saying it doesn't bother me. I'm just not surprised.
I saw Janet Jackson's titty when I was like 8 years old at the Super Bowl. I can't.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters at this point.
Yeah.
Ezra Miller's beating up people in Hawaii. Everything's happening.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It's a lot. Everything's a lot. People aren't perfect, but also people are shitty.
Famous people are weird. Stop putting them on a pedestal.
Yeah. Exactly.
Last thing I would at least wanted to say was, I wanted to know if that was Jason Momoa, would he have hit him? Or Wanda Sykes? The hypothetical is very interesting. If it wasn't skinny old Chris Rock, would he have done it?
If it was Wanda Sykes, Jada probably would have hit her. If it was Jason Momoa, he probably would have shook his hand and asked him for a beer, if anything.
He just makes out with him on stage.
Yeah, Jason Momoa was in his peak condition, and Will Smith is not, so he would have gotten an uppercut pretty bad.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I don't know. We'll never know.
Yeah, like if it was Ricky Gervais, because Ricky Gervais, if he was hosting it, he probably would have made some more savage
That's
jokes.
another point, that if it was a white guy, would he have done it? I don't know either.
Ricky Gervais just needs to get hit. Hot take. I think he would have got a standing ovation for hitting Ricky Gervais.
Don't choose violence.
But like if he had made a joke about the entanglement, I mean, I don't know. Like I don't think you can. Do you hit him? I don't know. But that's more
you think
savage.
Ricky Gervais would have fought back? I don't think
it's definitely what's bothering Will Smith more, So
yeah. I just like to think of all the stand-up and rap songs that are going to have something referencing this in the next year. I saw one line on Twitter. Somebody already put it, and it's funny. It says, I ain't got time for a hater. I'll do a man like Will Smith when you talk about Jada.
No, I hate it.
It's going to be everywhere, dude.
It's terrible. The Netflix special will be great.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
There'll be at least 3 jokes.
His ticket sales skyrocketed, bro. It's like $700-800 to get a ticket to a Chris Rock show.
Damn.
Wow.
kind of a win-win.
Yeah, really. That's what I'm saying. That's why nobody's mad. Everybody made money.
Changing all of his material right now. He's like,
yeah.
Back to the drawing board.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about it. There we go. We did it. That's it. That's all for the news. Shall we talk and move on to our main topic of the week?
Let's do it.
It's an exciting one.
We're in another Fourtress, boys. Speaking of slapping people, this one's kind of fighty. It's Star Wars related. I can say that. we're doing something a little different because this week we're in the Fortress of
what do we call this? The Star
Wars
Star
Draft.
Wars
King of the
Battle
Hill.
Royale.
King of the Royale,
Cage match.
Battle Royale, cage match, WrestleMania.
cage
R2D2 off the top rope.
Through the table. Yeah, listeners. So we're doing something cool and different this week. We're kind of doing our own little version of a battle royale or a versus, some other might know, or something like that, where we're gonna focus mainly on Star Wars characters. And we're each gonna
mainly. Do we have other options?
Well, no, only Star Wars characters. Star Wars, and then some Star Trek characters. No.
Anything else from Disney? Mickey Mouse.
I'm throwing Sora in there.
So we're gonna focus on Star
true.
Wars characters. We have already established that rule that no Force Unleashed Star Killer because we didn't feel like having to talk about him.
He's
but
too OP.
mostly everything else we left on the table. And so the way we're gonna do this is we each have a list of 5 characters, and we're gonna go and have 4 rounds, maybe a 5th tying round if we have to have a tiebreaker. And it's gonna be 1v1v1v1. So basically, we all have our first character and we all fight, and we're just gonna discuss to see who wins. And at the end, the winner gets a prize.
Oh, we got prizes? Wait a second.
No, we don't have prizes.
Damn it.
Bragging rights.
So yeah, and then we're gonna see how this goes. And if we like doing this, or if you guys like hearing about this, we'll probably do this with shit. We could do it with Star Wars again. There's so many damn characters, but we could also do so many different properties. We could do Disney princesses. We could do Disney characters.
Princess and the Frog solos everybody.
Jasmine's gonna win.
First
It doesn't
round.
matter. But yeah, so is everyone ready? Does everyone have their picks laid out in front of them?
I just gotta shuffle around my order, see what's gonna be the best lineup here. Because we're going like 1 through 4, right?
Yeah, and we're going honor system that you have your list and you have to stick with the order of that list. And there's no changing because you heard
Yeah.
someone else had Vader on the field or some shit. You got to stick with Jar Jar.
You can't do more than 2 Jedis or Siths, right?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we limited it to only 2 lightsaber people because we didn't want to just sit to be lightsabers galore every time. I'm just gonna say this now, listeners. If I didn't say this before, check the time codes in case you want to skip anything or if there's spoilers or anything. And just look down there, and so we don't get emails and complaints.
Yeah. I am going to spoil some stuff. Most of these properties have been out for a long ass time. So if you haven't seen or played or experienced them yet, then go do it. I don't know. I'm just a guy on a podcast.
Because we're gonna need examples of how each other win. So yeah, watch for spoilers, check everything, yada yada. Is everyone ready? Should we do this? Should we get it on?
Yeah.
Let's
do it.
Let's do this.
And
All
ring
right.
the bell.
Ding ding. Here we go.
Ding, 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 ding. Bring out the women with the round one.
Yeah, we need the guy who announces. Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble.
I'll say my first character. My first character entering the ring. Started out pretty standard. I picked Obi-Wan Kenobi. Here we go.
Boo, tomato.
I gotta
tomato.
start safe,
work.
man.
Light
All right,
work.
I'm pulling out my Pokeballs, and I choose you, the hero character from Star Wars, the Old Republic video game.
Wait, the Old Republic, the MMO.
the main
Yeah,
character.
the person that you get to customize could be male or female, can be anybody.
It could be anybody. Could be a Force
be
user,
anything.
non-Force user.
Okay.
We'll
Interesting,
say it's a lightsaber user though.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What you got, Brian?
I have from the game Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords.
Damn, everyone
have-
pulled out the heavy hitters for the first round.
Jedi historian Kreia, also known as Darth Treya, the Lord of Betrayal.
Oh.
Simple
Damn.
name.
Ooh,
That's dark.
That's
Well,
tough. All right.
She does not sound nice.
My first pick, who I think should be the best now, is Satele Shan from the KOTOR cinematic trailers, which are
Oh shit.
by
Oh,
far the best
boy.
action
Oh fuck.
of anything. Only from the cinematic trailers. I don't know what she does in the game.
the cinematic trailers for the.
The
I don't know
cinematic
what
trailers
she
for
does in
she
the
kicks some
game.
ass.
Yeah, she's from the MMO.
Yeah.
That she's pretty cool.
Oh boy. Okay.
Word.
All right. Battle commence. I think everyone gangs up and kills Alex's hero character.
No, so I'm max level. I got all the armor. I've been through all the raids multiple times. I've already beat Darth Raven.
Okay, the
and all
question
the
is, though,
expansions.
Does that character when you're playing the game, fight like ass because it's a weird MOBA, and do they have to stand in one spot and fight? Because if they have to stand in one spot and fight, that's how they fight.
I mean, it's a little like that. Not
True, you gotta wait for input commands, Alex. I think you're kind of limited.
I got a lot of defense stacked up. I got the best armor.
You can take
in the
a lot
game
of hits.
Right now. I can take a lot of damage.
I actually don't know the story that happens in that MMO. Like, is it like World of Warcraft or something, where like by the end, when you get to the 8th expansion, you've like saved the world 18,000 times, and also are God amongst men and all this other stuff?
I do not have time in my life for MMO video games, but I'm pretty sure that's how they all end up.
I've played like the first 10 levels and made like 3 decisions, and that was it. As far as I got through the game.
It seems really fun, but yeah, I don't think I'll ever get to this point in real life in this particular video game.
I think you need to. I think you have to pick whatever level you were last at.
That's not true. False. Those were not in the rule books.
You're dying to like the little level 1 mobs over there.
Wherever Alex's character is in KOTOR right now in that save file is this character is who's in the ring right now.
That save file from 2013.
Let's be clear. This is not KOTOR. This is the Old Republic, the MMO. There's no knights in the title.
Okay.
Just
so
slightly different IP.
Okay, so I guess the question is, Brian, how powerful is your character? I don't know much about them.
So even though my character in Knights of the Republic 2, little light spoilers that come from this game, not light spoilers, it's like the big spoiler. Kreia is your like kind of becomes your Jedi master of the main player character, who does have a real name, but I can't remember it. But called the Exile in the game. She actually trained Darth Revan. And kind of was one of the reasons why he got led to the dark side. She also went on to train both Darth Sion and Darth Nihilus, that are actually the 2 kind of like secondary villains of the game. So they're pretty strong people. So she is a strong ass bitch. She's probably stronger than Revan, since Revan was her Padawan during that time.
Okay,
is that the lady with like the mask and it's like got white like teardrops or something?
Yeah, she looks terrifying. She's a blind woman, so she sees solely through the Force. She's really good at the art of basically
she's Daredevil
mind manipulation. Yeah, she's very philosophical, and it's very interesting that she doesn't really talk about much about like being Darth or like Sith or being Jedi.
Does she
got
fight
kicked out of both,
like with a lightsaber?
Yeah, she can fight on your team. She'll actually fight with you. You actually end up. She's the last boss of the game. So you actually do have to just straight up fight her directly.
But she's on your team through the bulk of the game, and then she becomes the last boss. Damn, what a twist!
She straight betrays your ass.
Wow.
She's pretty strong.
She
you
got
do
a
kill
lightsaber?
her, so you're a little bit stronger. She does have a lightsaber. Yes, it's green, I believe. Then of course it turns red.
And then Devin, your character.
She just kicks a lot of ass, man.
Is she the one that is in that Forest CG trailer?
She got the dual saber.
Okay, yeah. She's
she
strong.
has a double-bladed lightsaber. She kills 2
tough.
Sith instantly. Okay, when she comes,
she got a lot
of
good force push moves.
Yeah,
she pushes the guy into a mountain.
That's true.
She literally stops a lightsaber with her open palm.
Oof.
I mean,
yeah,
simple as that.
I will say to fight your character, my character does use 3 lightsabers without her hands.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
But can they stop a max level Juggernaut swing?
I don't know. None of those words are in the Bible.
Like that does. I got like fire damage on. I got force resistant boots.
He's buffed up.
I'm not gonna blow away.
Okay, we have to establish where are we fighting. We need to set like a precedent on where we're fighting, so there's no advantage.
Tatooine all day.
We're fighting in the desert. That's fair.
Know.
Everyone must fight in the desert.
Here's why I think Satele would beat Brian's character, the Master of Betrayal, and also Obi-Wan. But mostly yours, Brian, because
Obi-Wan does not stand a chance. I'm just going to throw that out there.
I don't know.
Obi-Wan
which
no
version of Obi-Wan is this? Is this
That's
like
true. Are we young?
Is this
Ben? Well, I think Prime Obi-Wan is Episode 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's
no match for Satele Shan.
He's still dead. I was just curious.
I don't know. He beat Vader. He beat Vader. And then in the second time he beat Vader, he let him win. So
he only beat him because he had the high ground. And we're on Tatooine. There's all plains there.
That's true.
This is true. There's no high ground.
There's no lava around for anyone to fall in.
Right. I wonder how much longer that battle would have lasted if that man didn't get cocky and then fall into some fucking lava.
I will stay with Obi-Wan in the sense that in that fight against Anakin, he is fighting on for his life. Like, he is on the defense that whole fight because he's conflicted with not wanting to kill his best friend. He doesn't know any of you motherfuckers. He doesn't give a shit about any of you. There's no conflict whatsoever. He'll kill all of you in a second.
I'm trying to learn more about Sean real quick.
Yeah, he can't even do anything against Satele. But here's my point against Brian's, though. Since it's a final boss, okay, I mean, you're going to beat that final boss. Do you lose the final boss? No, you always beat the final boss. I mean, Alex's character trumps Brian's, honestly, because his character is going to
have to beat my character, yeah.
I'm going to have to, regardless of the different timeline or IPs. But
well, the question is, Brian, is there like an ending where you can lose?
I think you can join her.
You can just die.
You can lose the fight and start over. You know.
I was about to say that's not fair either because you got to load your game.
I'm sure not everybody wins first time around.
Anakin didn't get to load his game after he got his legs chopped off.
Very, very solid.
No, I'm trying. What are some feats that Satele has? What does she do? Throughout the world, other than have cool fight scenes? I guess she lost. Is she dead? Does she exist still?
Is she in the actual game or is she just in the cutscenes?
Devin doesn't know.
Who plays this damn MMO?
None of us have played this game. We just think
Devin doesn't know.
So I'm gonna assume she's an optional character that'll help you, like give you some quests or whatever.
There's no optional. If you got Satele Sean, that's no optional. Okay.
But I will say she is badass. So
I saw everything I needed to see in the cinematic trailers for 5 minutes. Okay. That's my number one Star Wars character ever.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm the fucking main character of this video game. So I'm pretty sure you're going to be a side-ass character. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to stomp you with my boots.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know.
That's a good point right there.
I think if there's a chance that the three of us can just get behind Alex, he can't move. Where he's dead. He's dead. We're just chopping out with lightsabers over and over again. I got
light side and dark side moves. I got an AoE attack that'll get all you guys. You don't even know.
The thing that Alex does have to his advantage is he can always pause and like respec.
Oh, that's true.
Pause and or he can reload. Like he's a character, so he can always reload this fight and just do it enough times until.
Yeah, let's think. If we're thinking that everything's in a video game or whatever, let's think we can't. If we die and reload, that's a die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. Yeah. You get one life.
One life, no pausing.
I will say though, out of all of these characters, mine is the only one that has come back as a Force ghost. Just saying.
Okay, but you dead,
I haven't died.
So, okay.
But I can still do cool shit as a Force ghost.
You also did die. I beat the game, apparently. I guess I died a bunch of times leading up to beating the game.
How about I don't know. I don't really feel comfortable picking a winner. What do you guys think? You want to just like
we gotta pick
see
a winner.
What all of our picks are, and then pick
okay.
That's the someone's gotta win.
Let's do a vote. Everybody pick a winner that's not yourself. Do it mentally, and then we'll announce.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
I have my pick. That's not myself.
I do too.
I do. I got mine.
All right. So wait, ready?
I would say that Brian wins.
Ooh.
Or whatever your character is. She sounds fucking spooky.
We can't do one at a time because it might change our votes.
Don't change your vote.
Say
yeah, be honest, you little
all votes
bitch.
for.
We're all adults here. Come on.
He said it might change our vote.
Say I'm
honestly going to go with Alex's.
Devin's saying that because he's currently changing his vote.
Good. So the rule is now Devin has to say his vote first.
Okay, well, I'm not picking Obi-Wan, but Brian's is the final boss. So how many? Okay, Brian, how many times?
You were supposed to have already. You said you already
before you figured it out.
Still thinking.
Man, I don't know. The fucking Sith Lords came out when I was a kid. I probably sucked at video games. I probably beat my head against that boss, which is probably not actually that hard in reality. I haven't played that game in a while.
The boss is on the cover. I know that. Gives me nightmares.
I feel like the player beats the final boss.
You make a good point there.
That is a very good point.
You beat the final boss of the game, right?
But also look at her. She's badass, dude. She's got 3 lightsabers. She doesn't even have to touch any of y'all. She's just fucking throwing lightsabers at you.
I mean, that's true. She seems really cool.
All right, go, Devin.
But,
who do you pick?
I'm going with Alex's character. Just main character.
All right. I also picked Brian's. That was my pick.
Oh
wow.
No.
Not a single vote for Satele. Man, you guys are clowns.
I picked Alex's character as well.
Oh, no.
That main character, man. I don't know. Dude, he could be anybody.
Dang it.
You can't be the main character, man. He's the fucking hero. She's the hero.
Just knowing how MMOs work, man. I'm sure that character has probably done everything on God's green earth. Like,
Dame saved all the universes 8 times. All the expansions, like, come on.
And then everyone still just calls you champion. No one ever knows your name. Pisses me off.
Okay, do we want to try to tiebreaker this, or are we done? Because I would say my argument to why Brian wins is because he's an actual character with a name.
Fair.
He's not the protagonist. That would be my only
True.
reason.
I mean, well, you have to type a name in yours, so you have to type a name in.
My
when
name's
you start
usually
the
Alex in
game
most
out,
games,
so.
so
Oh no,
pretty boring.
So
Okay,
you got
so
Alex
picked
versus
himself.
Lord the Betrayer.
Lord of Betrayal. I mean, history shows that Alex will win eventually.
Eventually.
With enough health potion or stim packs or whatever it
I
is.
like
they
how it
heal
ended
in
up
that
with
game.
video
You
game
can
versus
win any
video
boss
game,
fight.
though.
Yeah.
I felt it coming. Obi-Wan Kenobi didn't get any respect. We put no respect on that
Hey,
man's name.
I tried. I picked a realistic character.
I watched that man get his ass beat a lot, though. He never died until the end, but man was sort of getting his fucking
He
shit
took
rocked.
out Grievous. He took out Vader. He took out Maul. He took out a lot of Siths.
He did. He
Just
did.
saying.
But he ain't taking out Alex.
Yeah, I think even Shatil probably got him beat. She takes out Sith like it's nothing to him.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a good point.
All right. So
Mhm.
did I win that, or what do you guys think?
If we vote
Yeah,
again, it's going to be
I
the
think
same
so.
votes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I won. I'm gonna take the win.
Okay.
I'll give that one. I think that genuinely it does make sense after Devin's the conversation about being the main character and always being the final boss. I'm like, damn.
That's a good That's a good argument.
Yeah.
That is me.
All right. Alex wins round one.
I mean, yeah, it's the perfect
Yay.
matchup.
Round 2.
My character is R2D2.
Yo.
Fuck.
Okay, wait. My character is also R2D2.
So is mine.
We got 2 R2D2s here.
We got 3 R2D2s.
You picked R2 as well?
I picked R2D2 as well.
All right, Devin.
Devin, please tell me you got R2D2.
Devin's going to pick like
I
Darth
did not
Maul.
pick R2D2.
He's like Darth Vader.
He's gonna make a light work of these little robots.
Oh, he's gonna get C-3PO.
I picked Battlefront 2 Darth Maul,
Ooh.
where he can jump like 5 times in the air and like jump into like the stratosphere,
All
basically.
right. I think
Do we-
all of the
are we a
R2s
team now?
gang up together. Yes. I think that's what happens.
I feel like we would win. I don't know.
Oh my god. The funniest thing is I think that against 3 R2D2s, I don't think Darth Maul.
Listen, I got great fighting points for this, actually. The R2D2's been around for something like over 60 years.
Yep.
Man
He's
has
the only one that's in every single movie. Well, not the only one, but
Yep.
he's in.
right.
He is
every
in all
single
the
movie.
movies.
He never dies. He always has best luck. If it wasn't for R2D2, the Anakin Skywalker would have never even existed.
Yep.
Like they would have died because they would
The
have
Death
hacked
Star
him.
would have never blown
R2
up.
always has an ace up his sleeves, whether it's a rocket boost or some oil slick or some shit.
Oil
He's going to
slick,
set
yep.
you on fire. He's going to
The
do some
shocker.
shit. He's going to
He's
do
the-
some
he's the-
gadgety
yeah.
shit.
One punch man of the universe. He just can't lose. It's not possible.
Darth Maul's gonna be wishing he lost his lower half after R2D2's done with him. He's gonna be wishing for some Obi-Wan
R2D2 is
Kenobi.
gonna get him
And-
Darth Maul stuck in a conveyor belt, incinerated through fire, pulverized through a droid making machine, and trapped in like a garbage manufacturer.
But I will say one disadvantage that R2 has is since we're all fighting in the desert, his gears are going to get stuck in the sand. He might get a
I
little
was about
stuck.
to say.
Oh,
But
no.
he can fly, though. He
True.
can fly, so maybe he'll just jet
True.
boost up. All right.
I just imagine like 3 of us in a circle, just like zapping him with a little zap thing. And
There's
he's
no
like,
map for me to fall off of. Like as Darth Maul, I can just jump 5 times in the air and I can land anywhere and it's gonna be okay. And I can just like throw my lightsaber at you
That's
guys.
true.
I mean,
Listen, I've played as
Whole
R2D2 in Battlefront 2, and I'm pretty sure I still be beating those Darth Maul. I'm just gonna say that.
You can play as R2.
Yeah, he plays R2.
That's amazing.
I don't
you can
think
play as
all of the
BB-8
R2s
too.
are going to survive. There's going to be casualties. But one thing I
Yeah.
will say against Darth Maul is just based off his character, he's always meant to lose.
Oh,
No matter
I
what.
almost added him to the list just because he's such a cool character, and I think that is really amazing that he like survived episode 1 just based off of his pure hatred for Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
that
right?
that
It's
passion
true.
of
Yeah.
hate in his heart let him
Mhm.
survive and crawl his way out,
right.
which is
People
pretty
just
amazing.
live out of spite.
That is.
Ultimately, just to lose again.
But no,
so,
no,
like,
because I didn't pick Darth Maul from Clone Wars or the
Okay.
movies. I picked Battlefront
Okay.
2 Darth Maul, who
This
can
is true.
definitely win a lot. When you get Darth Maul and you unlock Darth Maul, the game is
That's
over. I mean, you're just
Okay.
throwing that lightsaber through everybody.
when did this video game come out?
2005?
Oh, you're using the old one.
Oh,
I was
the
talking about
old
the new
one.
one.
I mean, the new one The new one is pretty terrifying as well. Like
It's
when he's
pretty
spinning that
overpowered.
lightsaber coming at you, like Darth Maul killed me so many times when I played.
So this is
online,
the old one. So this is before it's canonized.
I'm gonna say the old one,
theoretically
yeah.
for him to crawl
You've
out of
got
that
weird 2003 graphics, so you're at a disadvantage. You don't have enough pixels.
But I can jump 5
Your
times.
CD might be a little bit scratched up, you know.
I can literally
I was
fly.
about to
You can
say.
jump, and like, I mean, yeah. And I'm like flipping
There's
around
a
the
lot
whole
of jumps
time,
in
throwing
that,
my lightsaber
for
at
sure.
y'all.
That's true. Does R2 have like a nuke Predator style inside him?
This is a really obvious bias.
Okay,
Unfortunately,
I think my R2 will sacrifice. Actually, you know what? R2's a petty bitch. He's selfish as shit, I feel. He ain't gonna sacrifice for anybody. He's just gonna fight and
Yeah.
survive on his own.
And the thing is, in the desert, like, okay, I do think one of these R2s would somehow win, but like in the desert, R2 needs to be like an industrial complex and like have like those little wall plugins.
Yeah.
That's his whole MO. Like he's got to have those wall plugins.
That's
to
true,
be
but in
able
the
to fight,
desert, he
so.
doesn't. So he might be fucked.
If we're in the desert, I feel like Darth Maul would win. But if we're in a spaceship or anywhere indoors, I think R2 would have the edge. If there's a ceiling to cap your jump moves. But
Yeah.
if we're outside in the elements,
like, do we know we're fighting 3 R2D2s, or is like one able to, like, sneak in for a surprise attack? Like, if we're just in the Darth Maul just walking through the desert and we just roll up.
Well,
just
because you
gang
guys
style.
are technically fighting each other too. So
Yeah.
Nah, fuck us.
I mean, we established, they're gonna team up to try to kill the scariest man.
oh, okay. Well, in that case, I mean, if you all vote for each other's R2s, then I get to just I have to vote for one of the R2s.
But the thing is,
You make a good point. I didn't even think about that.
I feel like the voting would change right now.
I think Darth Maul's got too many advantages because it's the desert, it's open, and R2. I think it would be impossible for R2 to get a sneak attack in because that is his MO to get do a cheap little sneak attack. But I don't know how sneaky he can be in the desert.
Like, if there's like a slight incline, one of us are gonna fucking fall over. Like,
Yeah,
But he always
true.
finds a way.
and the whole dual lightsaber is like made to fight more than one person at once. So a sneak attack
Yeah.
is pretty out
So
of the
basically,
question.
Darth Maul will get 2 R2s, and then the last one will kill him. No.
Yeah. Unless I hit that jump button 5 times, and then I
That's
just
true.
jump, and I'm just in the air.
We
floating,
all know
which is
Devin
what you
loves
do.
a good jump button in a video game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
that so far I've seen Darth Maul die in 2003's Battlefront 2. I have not seen R2D2 die yet. I don't think
That's
he
a
can
good
die.
point. That's a
I don't
very
think
good
he
point.
can die.
Because I was thinking about which Battlefront I wanted to go with, and like the one from the new Battlefront, he's very terrifying. Like he has this like move where he comes in on you and like spins his blades. But in the 2005 version, you can jump like 5 times, so you can basically fly and avoid anybody. So I mean, that's what did it for me.
Fair.
All right.
That fly move, bro.
I think we need to decide and vote.
I don't know where to vote.
I think that I would give it to Darth Maul because of the elemental conditions.
Yeah, I think I would have to give it to Darth Maul as well, sadly.
That's fair. I still don't think R2D2 can die, but somehow he'll lose and get away.
Yeah, he just won't kill Darth Maul.
To be fair, either one of these characters, they would die and come back. Darth Maul's always going to come
I
back
think,
and then die again. So
Yeah, I'm gonna give mine to Brian's R2D2. No particular reason.
Mine specifically. I don't know which one I pick. I picked the one from that stupid fighting game that came out on like PS1.
oh my
R2D2
god,
is in that, I'm pretty sure.
that's amazing. Oh, that was good. That's the best. All right, Devin
I
wins
can't
round
believe we
2.
have 3 R2D2s. What are the chances?
The people need to know that was not on purpose.
No, that was not.
That was my second slot.
Battlefront 2 Darth Maul is just it's a whole vibe.
All right,
So,
round 3.
Round 3.
All right, my pick for round 3. It's fucking stupid. I picked the Max Rebo band that plays at Jabba's palace. All members of the band. You got
the
Max.
Jizz
You got Max Rebo. You got Droopy McCool, and you got Size Noodles. They all got instruments, and they're gonna beat you to death with all of their instruments.
Is
Oh,
one
wow.
dude really named Droopy McCool?
Yeah,
Droopy.
I had to Google it.
What kind of toe jam and Earl ass name is that, bro?
My name Droopy. Okay, well, the lead singer has a lightsaber, so is that your second lightsaber wielder pick?
Does he?
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, doesn't
I don't
does he
know.
not?
I didn't
thought
think
he
so. I
did.
thought he
Maybe
just
I'm
played in the
tripping.
band.
I thought his microphone was also his lightsaber. Maybe we just speculated. I can't remember.
No, are you thinking about the kid from the Visions cartoon?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about the band with not that kid's not in the normal band. I'm
The
talking
normal
about
jizz
the
band.
band that plays in Jabba's palace, like in Star Wars.
Oh wow! Oh yeah,
In Return of
The
the
big
Jedi.
blue,
lost.
like elephant looking guy.
Yeah, you don't stand a chance, dude. I thought you were the anime band. You could at least rock our socks
You didn't
off.
even pick the best Star Wars band.
Oh man, you're just gonna play some jazz.
It's not jazz, it's jizz.
The one
They
from
don't
Yeah,
play
Visions,
jazz.
they were
my
running away from
team
Boba
is going to
Fett.
spray jizz music all over you fuckers. I win.
That's not cool.
That's not cool.
It's not cool.
All right, Alex, what's your pick?
Okay, my third Pokeball. I choose you, Abeloth.
Who the fuck is that?
Somebody had to dig up. She's so you guys are probably familiar with the father, the son, and the daughter characters. I think they were in Star Wars Rebels.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a mother figure who is canonized in some of the books, I believe, who was originally a woman, and she found herself on the same like planet or whatever, and she became the mother figure and fell in love with the whole family. She helped give the daughter and son like peace, and they weren't like fighting with each other and battling constantly. And ultimately, she just was trying to live forever so she could be with her family, quote unquote. And she ends up combining her essence, her human essence, with this light side and dark side energy that's on the planet, and combining with like a solar eclipse or some shit. So she basically like gives her essence to this force ethereal thing and becomes like this godlike force being. But it drives her like crazy, and she of course becomes evil and decides to like attack her family instead of trying to be with them and take over the whole galaxy.
So Alex picked God.
Yeah.
She's also known as the bringer of chaos. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, she a real one. She a real one.
she fought Luke Skywalker apparently a bunch of times.
Yeah, she's quoted to be from the book a dozen times stronger than Luke Skywalker, who is at like his prime at this point. This is post episode 6.
But if he survived, that means she ain't that powerful.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
If unless somebody picked Luke, I don't know who's gonna beat.
We have
Abeloth.
we have this problem every time we pick a non-main character. It's like, well, but the main character beat them, so.
But there's quote
Somehow.
Abeloth disappeared or whatever, or I don't know whatever battle happened, but to make her go away. But she comes back every like 1,000 years or so, and there's only one way to kill her, through this like sacred dagger that's on the planet with the father and son or whatever. But even theory says, even if you punch the dagger into this Abeloth character, it's just a theory that she would die. We don't really know because it hasn't happened. So.
Interesting.
All right, who wants to try to go after that?
I've got a great character to fight the bringer of chaos, god of everything.
Let's go.
And that is Jedi Master Yaddle.
The pokey head guy?
Yaddle.
No, I'll eat his motherfucker
Which
for
one's
breakfast.
Yaddle?
Yaddle's in the Jedi Council.
It's
one
Yoda
of the
with
Yoda
hair.
Races. Yeah, one of the Yoda races that was in the Phantom Menace. I think that was all she was in. We still don't know what Yoda's race is, but we do know that Yoda race is very strong. We know Grogu at this point. We also know Master Yoda. So we know that she had a lot of Padawans back in the day, and we know she was a Jedi Master. She was on the Jedi Council. So that means she was probably pretty forced to be reckoned with, despite being Yoda with the wig on.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Nah, I'm a have you as a little snack between meals.
Yeah, I don't think I could do much against God essence.
Yeah.
All right, Devin.
Well, I know it can do a lot against a goddess, quote unquote, who's only 12 more times powerful than Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, it's not a lot, honestly, but it's something.
You know what's way more powerful than 12 times Luke Skywalker?
It's not jazz music, I'll tell you that.
I don't know, man. You got some bops.
The Empire's logistics.
Logistics? What'd you say? Who is this?
The Empire's logistics.
What?
Okay.
Is this a person?
We got really loose with these choices.
Hear me out.
Is that an idea?
The government
picked a
structure
theme.
that has to tie the Empire together.
He picked a noun.
The bureaucracy and the ships and all the stuff that they have to use to move resources and move personnel and ships around. That can beat any individual person, I think.
I think that's a department. That's not a character.
You picked Home
the
Depot.
logistics department. That's several people. What are you talking about?
I'm taking the whole government structure of the Empire. Like they can move. Hey, you got your goddess shows up on the planet. Guess what? 100 Star Destroyers.
He picked that
It's done.
Empire.
It's over.
Oh my
We're
god.
gonna bomb the shit
so
out of
you're
your
just
planet.
picking the entire empire. Is that your move? Is that your card?
What is going on?
I mean, I said the logistics, but
I don't understand what that
the logistics can move stuff where they gotta be.
Why did he pick a specific department? He was like Empire
Right,
HR.
I picked the pencil pushers at the Empire. I picked Joe, Steve, and Rhonda.
Listen, the Star Destroyers, they're always around when they need to be there. Okay,
Oh my
you know, they
God.
always have the stuff where it needs to be. They move a lot of stuff around. I mean, they were doing pretty efficient operation moving those crystals out on Jeddah.
Okay.
You know, except for the Rebel
All
attacks.
right, so we got the Max
Okay,
Rebo
I'll
band
give it to you.
versus the Bringer of Chaos versus who Yaddle, and then the Empire's Logistics.
Department.
So first of all, the battle starts. The battle starts, and I'm gonna blink my eyes and take mind control over all the HR people and just turn the ships around and make them go somewhere else. Because I got mind control powers. Apparently,
Did she do that?
She does.
Can you do that?
She actually took control. She just mind controlled a person in the Senate, and then she's got a seat on the Senate.
Okay,
Now,
to
without
counter that,
actually physically being there.
to counter that, I will say Yaddle will stop her before that happens. I think Yaddle's pretty
But it
powerful.
happened. She was on the
considering
Senate.
Yoda.
She was on the Senate for a number of years by taking control of.
Yeah,
this one
but she
person.
wasn't Yaddle. That race is way more powerful than a normal person on the Senate. The Senate are just people most of the time.
But there was still a Jedi Council that could have known about this, and they didn't do anything.
Yeah, but Yaddle knows
fair.
they're in the arena with them. Yaddle knows they're the enemy.
Okay, but aside from Yaddle, I'm gonna mind control these Empire motherfuckers, and they're gone.
They went back home. They took vacation time.
And then I'm
PTO.
just gonna do like a little thing.
I'm just
And,
saying the
and
real
vaporize
battle
Yaddle.
is between the Empire's Logistics and the Max Rebo band. That's the true battle. I'm telling you, I think Size Noodles is gonna beat you to death with a microphone stand, and then she's gonna take out a couple of the logistics guys. I don't know about a whole Star Destroyer.
Right. When you say logistics, do you just mean like some fucking people?
Yeah, Joe, Steve, and Rhonda.
I don't think fighting directly is how you're going to win that fight, Oscar. I think you're going to have to, through the power of music, make us all
That's true.
give up violence and like take a vow of, you know, so your music just has to be that beautiful that we all just
Yeah,
stop fighting.
you gotta pick a fighting style, or like if you're going with physical violence, like you're gonna lose.
Well, I think Size
I
Noodles.
mean, they only know
'cause
one song.
Size Noodles is just vocal, so
One
like
song.
we can throw her out because we all know that Star Wars music is best without lyrics. So Size Noodles can sacrifice herself and try to take out the logistics, and then the rest of the band they're just gonna be playing Duel of the Fates the whole time to distract everyone.
Wait, do they know that number? Is that in their repertoire?
No, probably
I
not.
thought they just
I mean, okay, so if we're fighting on Tatooine, so Oscar's got his
He's got his home base,
setup.
I got
He's the
home
band
field
is set up in the
advantage.
desert. You guys are playing this set in the middle of the desert. You got the Bringer of Chaos and Master Yaddle show up. I'm not even there. Like my ships are like in atmosphere and we're dropping some boxes on you and maybe a few bombs too. But like we're basically just kind of chilling in the atmosphere because, you know, logistics.
Yeah.
logistics.
We're watching from afar.
As far as Yaddle, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen Yaddle do anything, but
She did nothing. I don't even think she took out her lightsaber. I don't even know what color it is.
there's a reason Yaddle's on the council.
I just know that she's got to be a Jedi Master. She got to be pretty strong. So
Right.
she got to be up there with like Mace Windu level people. Mace Windu's supposed to be like one of the strongest like
Yeah.
Jedi for the longest time,
This is
even though he
true.
got murked.
You know
But
what, boys? Now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, the only tactic I'm going to be able to employ here is to just keep sending dropships down to kill you all. But I think Master Yaddle and the Bringer of Chaos would have that pretty well covered. So,
Yeah.
unless
I
I just
think
do
we
like
could.
an orbital bombardment.
But you have the numbers though, Devin. You could overwhelm people with numbers.
I do have the numbers, but like,
yeah, we're not even sure if Yaddle survives the Clone Wars, to be honest. So she might have fucking
Ooh.
got murked back then.
That's a good point.
I'm going to vote. I'm voting for Oscar's band. I think the power of music through the power,
The power of
of music,
music.
because like the Bringer of Chaos used to be a good person, right? So maybe the
Yeah.
power of music.
I
makes
feel
her
like
good
I
again.
feel like the band might have the only shot against a godlike being, like someone who can have mind control over everybody and like force powers unlimited. Like Yaddle doesn't stand a chance, Yoda doesn't stand a chance, the Empire doesn't stand a chance, but music might be the secret.
It might be. It might it might because it's like the Max Rebo band doesn't have to fight anyone. They just need to survive. So
No, they have to subdue and or kill the rest of the enemies, or like.
But not
people
if
have to,
everyone
like,
kills and
or
takes care of
surrender.
each other.
Well,
That's fair. Yeah.
That's fair. Well, I don't think anybody can physically kill Abeloth.
Right. I mean, we can destroy the entirety of Tatooine with the Empire's logistics team. And I think that everyone dies except for Abeloth on that one.
Yeah, Homegirl can just teleport somewhere else.
All right, I think we're ready to vote. Devin's given his vote. I'm voting for the Empire Logistics Division.
I can't get over that's a choice.
I don't think that there's anybody that could beat Abeloth, but since I can't vote for myself, I think that the musical band would be the only person or the only group of people that could beat Abeloth. So that's my vote.
I was gonna end up voting for Alex Abeloth, so I don't know who wins this one.
Max Rebo wins.
Are you fucking serious?
What did you say?
The Max
Yeah, because
Rebo
we got
band wins.
two votes.
Oh,
for
you guys
the
both
band.
voted.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
wild, dude.
Nice.
Who would have
Wow.
thought the Max Rebo band is the most powerful force in the galaxy?
The power of music is powerful, man.
Yeah.
The Beatles.
Damn.
Oh, that's so good.
I'm gonna need y'all to learn more than one song, though.
People are gonna be real mad about that one.
We had literal God, and God lost to some dude with a fucking jizz band.
Through deductive reasoning, I guess the band wins. I guess we're right.
It's like that, the Hulk thing, right? Like sun's getting real low.
Yeah.
The band just sings to Abeloth. And,
Music soothes the
and
soul.
Abeloth becomes the spirit of good again.
Oh God.
So
All right.
All right.
Final round. Here we go.
Sudden death.
So right now it's right now. Oh, well, this might determine who wins because who has a win right now? It's me, Devin,
I got a win.
and
Yeah,
Alex.
There's only one winless.
All right. Well, the only thing that if Brian wins this, then we have to go to the 5th round. But right now, round 4, my pick is from Rebels. I picked Ezra Bridger.
Oh, wait, who that?
He is the main boy from the Rebels cartoon.
Oh man, that little boy with his little skinny lightsaber. Nah,
I'm telling you, man. We'll get to it. He's got some
Nah.
powers up his sleeve.
this is a little
Is
skinny
he a person
lightsaber.
of color? He looks like a person of color.
He's got blue
Yeah.
hair, right?
Hair
No.
look black as hell. What you
No.
mean blue? He
I
got
thought
some purple
I
ass
had
eyes.
like a blue or something's purple. Yeah, is it blue? Purple eyes? Is that what you said?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
This says purple. This is blue right here, but then I'm looking at a picture right now that they're very much purple. So I don't understand.
Well, anyway, yeah, he's
Alright.
he's cool.
I know nothing about him.
For my 4th pick, I throw out my Pokeball, and inside is Emperor Palpatine.
Oh.
Ooh,
That man doesn't know how to fucking die either.
Look
that's
out.
a good one.
Look out, boys!
I had Palpatine on my list.
Alex really took the lightsabers specifically to heart with these picks.
I went in. Hey, I got 2 lightsaber guys: Palpatine and the Old Republic.
Mhm.
Very lucky the mother never had a lightsaber.
Yeah, homegirl didn't need shit.
I picked
Mhm.
the Exogorth from which movie was it? The 6th movie?
What is that?
Empire Strikes Back. It is a space slug that tried to eat the
Oh.
Millennium Falcon.
Oh,
So we got a
wow,
big
nice.
worm on the field.
Mhm.
That's in I think that's in episode 5.
Is it 5? Yeah, that's what I
Empire?
meant. Yeah. Empire Strikes
Wow,
Back.
that's
Okay.
cool. The one that like lives on an asteroid or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's what I was like, we can't keep it just people. I got a giant space slug on it.
Yeah.
I don't even think
Nice.
they're made out of real material. They're made out of like silicone or some shit.
Mhm. This is gonna be tough to beat. Okay, mine is the Sith build a character from Lego Star Wars. Like when you can make your own character in Lego Star Wars. The one
We
that's
gotta
the
put a
Sith-
Why
cap
did everyone
on
choose
building
that?
your own character shit.
because you can because the Sith I think can access all the things that Jedis can access, and you also can build whatever you need, and you can open any door you need to.
This is ridiculous.
Nice.
We can't go to round 5, bro.
Oh my god. All right. So we have Ezra Bridger, a big worm, a Lego character,
The Lego character.
and then who'd you pick, Alex?
Palpatine.
And Oh shit. All right, and Palpatine. I will say, first and foremost, Ezra has seen the Emperor before. They haven't fought, but they have seen each other.
Yeah, you scared, aren't you? Ezra's too scared.
He's got a lightsaber and a blaster in one, so he can do both things.
Mhm.
And Ezra has the weird power to potentially travel through time. So he's got that in his back fucking pocket. Spoilers for Rebels, he has a time travel capability of some sort. To be fair, it might only be under certain duress, but I think this is a pretty stressful situation, so he might be able to do it.
Does he have to go somewhere in order to time travel, or is it just like a force power?
I don't think it Does it happen? Devin, do you remember? Does it happen at a specific place?
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
No, because at the end of Rebels, it's alluded to that he's in the middle of a big helicarrier battle, and it explodes, and he escapes because most people assume he went through time and space and went somewhere else. So he can do it wherever.
Yeah.
Interesting. So he can find Emperor Palpatine when he's still just midichlorians
and kill him as a bad. He's still midichlorians.
Listen, okay, first of all, Palpatine. So if Ezra trumps Palpatine, Lego character also trumps Palpatine, because there's a fight in one of the Lego Star Wars where you're fighting Palpatine and he like throws these force things at you, and all you gotta do is like, when you see it's highlighted around it, you can just push it back at him, and you beat Palpatine.
But to be fair, you're not fighting Lego Palpatine.
My Palpatine is a real motherfucking Palpatine. It's not a Lego Palpatine.
If you kill me,
he is life-sized.
You literally can't kill me. I just all that happens is I lose coins. Like if I lose enough hearts, I just lose coins, and then that's it. And then eventually I can just.
I was about to say, you never actually die in Lego Star Wars.
Also the size of my pinky toe.
I will say you can break into pieces, and if you break into pieces, we can pick them up and hide them so you can't form a normal self anymore.
You don't have any legs anymore.
Yeah, I'll just put you in my pocket.
We'll have to divide you like in Harry Potter, where they divide Voldemort's soul into pieces. We're gonna have to throw Lego pieces here and there across the desert.
Because like you can do that, but then I just respawn and I just don't have any coins left. Like I don't have that
I
shiny blue coin.
think we'll just let the worm eat you, and then
that's true. We do have a giant worm on the field.
I think that's a mission in one of the Lego Star Wars too, is when you're inside the worm. I'm not sure.
Probably.
But anyway.
Okay,
you can have whole ecosystems in there.
All right, so I don't know how we combat the big worm. That's a scary thing.
I'm gonna force manipulate the worm and make him join the dark side with me.
Can Palpatine do that though? Is he that strong?
Sure.
I don't know.
I assume Palpatine's pretty damn strong, considering this man still didn't just die until recently. Did he die? I don't think he died.
Probably not.
Yeah, but it was also a clone. So.
If you try to kill me, I got some clones coming up. They're right behind me.
Clones don't count. You get one life. We've established that.
But they're my clones.
You appear on the desert by yourself.
Fine. I feel like I could still manipulate you. You seem pretty weak-minded.
Limited power.
Yeah, I think the worm might eat Lego guy. Lego guy might be.
I mean, I can never die, but I guess you could like detain me.
Are you Lego sized?
Get to a place where I can't really.
That's
progress.
true. Are you like? Do you like come up to our knees?
Like if you're Lego sized, no one even knows you exist.
All I know is I'm gonna see a pile of sand that's kind of like moving around, and I can go over and build exactly what I need to build to fight any of you.
Maybe you should build a life-size version of something for starters.
Yeah, all at the same time as finding some like collectibles and little coins and stuff along the way. Fighting you all is honestly not going to be my main priority for this fight. Like I'm going to be trying to get some coins and like get true Jedi. So
he's trying to clear the whole level.
That's funny.
He's over there breaking trash cans and shit.
I just need 5 more coins.
I think Ezra probably won't stand a chance until he's on this breaking point with Palpatine and the worm.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I don't know how strong he is outside of his capability of time travel.
By the end of it, he's pretty strong. He's not like full Jedi, but he is very capable and sure of himself. Like he does the whole like force ability that Kylo Ren has, where he can kind of like stop a blaster bullet in midair. He kind of has that ability. He like freezes shit all around him for a brief second, and then he traveled through time, and it was done.
Oops.
So he's pretty damn strong by the end of it.
Let me ask Ezra a question real quick. As a dark side expert, have you ever been sad, my friend?
Oh.
Ezra, has Ezra ever been a little bit sad?
That's true.
Any loss?
That's true.
Any pain?
That's a good. He could be manipulated, but I will say
I'm gonna dig into there. I'm gonna tap into some of that. I'm gonna pull that out. Let's talk about your feelings, young
he's
Padawan.
had experience with Sith before. He's come across Darth Maul. He's come across Darth Vader. He's good buddies with Ahsoka. So I think he is a young boy. So he could be manipulated, and he's got some angst to him at first. So that's a good point.
Arguably, Palpatine trumps all those dark side people you mentioned, though, including Vader. Like he created Vader,
But Vader killed him.
he still made him.
Technically, Obi-Wan and lava made him.
He's got to be unassuming, right? If you show up to the desert and you're like, Senator Palpatine, you're like, oh, Ezra, nice to meet you, great guy. Like, then you have a better chance. I think if you show up like full Palpatine,
that's true.
Trying like turn to the dark side, like it's not. Like, it didn't work on Luke. It's not a very
it's hard to manipulate someone when there's a big worm behind you.
Exactly. It's not a very
so y'all are just ignoring my 10-meter ass.
I'm going to manipulate all you guys and join the dark side, regardless on if you become stronger than me like Vader and kill me 20 years down the line. It's still a win for the dark side. You're still joining the dark side and gaining points into dark side, overall. That's a win.
I just don't think Palpatine has the time to manipulate. Let's see how long it took him to manipulate Anakin. It took him all the
time in the world. I literally have all the time in the world. I got clones.
How are you gonna fight this worm? Also, can the
worm?
Yeah,
there's a worm there. We're all still fighting. We ain't got time for shit.
Wait, can the worm win though? Can we kill the worm? Because I don't think anybody can actually kill the worm.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what the worm's insides are like, if you can kill it from the inside type of thing, but I feel like it's surviving in space.
It's really big.
Like, it's not like on a planet where it's got an ecosystem. It's like,
it doesn't need air. We're not talking about the Sarlacc pit. These motherfuckers are Sarlacc pit level. They're 900 meters.
Or moon size.
Yeah. Like, that thing's huge.
Can it handle like a big old bolt of electricity? Can I shock you for like a couple minutes? Paralyze you maybe?
I feel like it might be too strong.
I just feel like based on just size comparison, like that stuff's just not going to affect if like size. It's like an ant trying to, shock you with a taser. It's like, would I feel it? Would I know that he's biting me?
That's a good
that motherfucker swallowed the whole Millennium Falcon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if the worm swallowed everybody, I don't think it would kill them. I think they'd just be stuck in the stomach. So the worm could win that way. I think
I think that's a victory for the worm though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to snuff y'all out for millennia.
That's
Let's see how long y'all can live down. I guess the Lego dude's there forever. Fuck.
I will crawl out of that bitch. I don't care how long it takes. I got my lightsaber. I'll carve a hole.
I think I have my vote.
I think I have my vote as well.
Okay, go ahead.
Does everyone have their votes?
It might be as a disservice, but I do have my vote as well.
Okay.
All right, my
I forgot, Devin, who did you pick?
Yeah, Devin, you got to go first.
I mean, it kind of depends on what you constitute as a win, because like the worm, nobody can really beat the worm. I think they only escape the worm. You know who could beat the worm? The Empire's logistics.
That actually might be so, but they're not.
Yes.
Yeah. That would have been a good.
They would just bomb that asteroid until that thing is dead. I think of the options here, I think Ezra could freeze time. I think.
What would you consider a win there, though? Like, what happens when he goes back in time? Like, then what? Like, does he go and seek out all the people that he was fighting to go and kill them?
Is a win like
I feel like he doesn't quite know exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't think he has the power to know it that well yet, from what we've seen. So yeah, I think I don't think that'll get him the win.
Yeah, in that case I gotta go with the slug, because Palpatine can't beat the slug mano a mano. So
I also voted for the slug.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the slug. Unfortunately.
Oh damn!
Oh no!
All right,
Brian. I think you win, but who did you vote for?
I was gonna go for Emperor Palpatine. I think he's one of those characters that can definitely solo a lot of the universe when he's not bogged down by movie.
Do you think the Palpatine versus Slug? Who would have? I'm on the fence between those.
I just don't know. I try to think about Darth Vader and all the things he can do that's not in the movies that they just never show. Right. And I think like if that guy's as strong as him, like he might be able to chop up a slug, but I'm not 100% sure.
Right.
Yeah, because we don't know enough about the slug. We don't know what, like, it could have soft tissue inside, but it's got to definitely be a hard being to not need oxygen to survive. So
true, it could. Yeah,
I don't know.
That is true. How does the slug do on atmosphere?
I don't know, but the slug wins either way, which means we actually fucking did it. We got a 4-way tie, so we have to go to the quick tie-breaking round. Here we go.
I don't know if I can. My fifth choice is. I'll just go out and say what my fifth choice is.
Oh no!
I hate all of y'all. My fifth choice.
Please tell me.
Is the Lego Star Wars character creator.
Are you serious? I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm walking away. I'm walking out. Are you kidding? I can't with these creators.
I can't believe we both picked that. As soon as Devin said it, I was pissed, dude. I was like, now I can't use this shit.
Yeah, we just spent 20 minutes talking about how bad it was.
can't believe it.
You can beat anyone, and you can't lose in that game. There's no game over.
You literally can't die in that game.
I hate you guys. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's either the best pick or the worst pick, depending on who it's facing.
All you can lose is coins. You can't lose.
Somebody has to just swallow him whole.
I beat that game with my father. My father can't play video games. He sucks at it. Like, come on, man.
You got my
Oh my
vote,
god. You guys think too
don't
much
even
of
care
like
what
that is
anybody else
amazing.
says.
That is so good.
I don't care what anybody else
That's pretty
says.
I'm
You got
so
my vote.
upset. I wish we had done it at the same time, to be honest.
That would an endless battle of coins. All right, so my pick, I don't know, I can top that. My pick is Donnie Yen's character from Rogue One, the blind man with the stick.
Ooh.
He's got the Force, but he does not have a lightsaber, so he doesn't count as a lightsaber person, but he does have the Force. I picked him.
Okay, I like that.
My fifth wild card is Luke Skywalker,
Ooh.
Prime Grandmaster.
I was close
Skywalker.
to that.
Yeah,
Yep.
actual Luke Skywalker, not sequel Luke Skywalker. I like that.
Yeah, actual post episode 6, like prime of his prime.
I like that.
So basically the end of Mando season 1 or season 2.
Yeah. Like we only know from like our imaginations and or books of what this guy's capable.
I don't think our imaginations count. We got to use what we have.
Well, the books suffice.
Non-canon, non-canon Luke Skywalker, the one from the book, because he was amazing in those books. Okay, my last pick is from the Clone Wars, the Samurai Jack animated Clone Wars series. You remember that?
Oh, nice.
That's old school.
He doesn't have a lightsaber, but he's badass as hell. Mace Windu.
Oh, that I had that on my list potentially.
When he's like karate chopping droids and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
that was a good pick.
That was so awesome.
Oh, he doesn't have a lightsaber in that show?
No, well, he loses it at one point, and he just starts like karate chopping all these droids and like taking all their screws out and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's got
pretty cool.
That's
dope
pretty cool.
Force powers. Yeah.
So we're saying
that's nice.
Luke Skywalker has a lightsaber, Mace Windu does not.
Yeah.
But Mace Windu, I would say, I don't think he's maybe as strong as Luke, but the fact that Mace Windu has seemingly dipped into some dark side stuff, which is why he's that powerful. He's not opposed to it as much. He's pretty damn strong.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, I would think he's one of the strongest, not the strongest, but one of like the stronger of the series.
Yeah.
As far as my only thing is him not having his lightsaber might be a point against him.
True.
Where I think Luke could probably win with that, even though Luke is, obviously the chosen one, whatever the fuck.
But he doesn't need it.
So he just wins based on that.
They're kind of like top of their class, but in different aspects. Like Luke is like the best Force user, lightsaber user, Jedi, but he's like completely shut off to all of his emotions and fear. He's like a goody two shoes. Like Mace Windu isn't scared to dip his toe into the dark side a little bit to get the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That would be a good one.
That'd
be a good
fight.
Like
at the end of that series, he starts like when they're on Coruscant, he literally has his lightsaber and he just starts karate chopping droids for fun. So
yeah, like he's that powerful with the Force in that he just like he tears like through a whole battalion of those big battle droids.
Yeah.
Pretty easily.
I feel like Luke would have the edge just because he doesn't have his saber though.
That's what I'm thinking as well. But maybe he could take. I don't know how good at this shit is Luke at the end of like after 6. Like I don't know too much about the books. I know he's strong, but like how like well composed is he? Because Mace Windu's had decades of battle experience at this point.
They say he is the strongest Jedi at that point.
That's because he's the only one.
Well, at that point and in the past, like he surpassed everybody.
I would say the end of Mandalorian season 2 really powered Luke up into a point where we actually got to see what we thought Luke would be. So it's because without that, if we were just going off those movies, I think I would have to give it to Mace Windu.
Right.
But now it's tougher. I don't know.
I think both of them pale in comparison to the Lego Build-A-Character, though, because you cannot lose.
I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm so
upset. It doesn't matter how many tries it takes you. Like, even if you get one hit at a time and then Mace Windu just, like, karate chops you dead, like, you're just going to keep on respawning.
And I can build a character and name him Luke Skywalker.
That's true.
Boom,
That's true. Mace Windu is not afraid to chop a motherfucker's head off, but he doesn't know that the Lego head will just pop right back on.
But can we just take him all apart and like put pieces in different places and not let him
You really disrespected me by saying take them all apart and then use the tiniest fingers.
just unscrew his little arms.
Like, damn, bro, at least let me be life size. This man made me 1 inch.
I'm just imagining it like if it's Lego Star Wars, I'm imagining
Right.
Actual Lego
Legos.
piece.
So I'd have to think that they're Lego size.
I would also like to say we haven't talked about him because we didn't see much, but Donnie Yen's character, I say, is pretty damn strong with the Force, and he's got a stick. He doesn't have a
He's got a
lightsaber,
stick.
but and he's blind, but so he's got like some Daredevil type powers. So I think he would be an interesting
cool.
mix into the Mace Windu Luke
Yeah,
Skywalker fight.
I think Mace Windu and Luke would kick his ass pretty quick.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
You know, they trained as Jedi with like that blindfold on to like, so like that's just a part of their training. And they have their eyes, so and they got a lightsaber. Like,
yeah,
I could chop your
I
little
don't
stick
know,
in half.
just based on what we see, and also because like I would have loved to have seen him fight Darth Vader. I think it would have been a dope fight, but like I think they would underestimate him slightly.
You might be right
going into the fight.
Luke would win though.
Yeah, I just don't think he has the training, unfortunately. I do think that he has the ability.
He's a super cool
character,
character, but there's no way.
I think they do have a training. They're trained to guard that temple.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same because like he really even know that he's Force? I guess he does. He does know, but like he doesn't been trained in like that aspect of his life so much. He's just like, yeah,
Luke's
that's how I
got
always see.
Real life experience.
Yeah,
that's true.
He got that bar fight knowledge. No, he's definitely strong. I just think that Mace Windu would probably at least take him.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, so it comes down to Luke, Mace Windu, and Lego guy.
Yeah.
Saying you can never lose.
I'm still struggling between Luke and Mace Windu, man. I think one-on-one, maybe Luke gets the slight edge, but I don't know. I think Mace Windu might be able to take him because he's got the veterancy over him. I think he might take advantage of young buck Luke.
I just think he doesn't have that lightsaber. I just wish if he had a saber, I feel like it'd be Mace.
Like Mace Windu was in fact the youngest person to be on the Jedi Council. So how young is Mace Windu in comparison to how old Luke is 10, 15 years after episode 6? Like he's not a little boy anymore, you know? He's not an old man like we saw in the sequels, but he's seasoned, you know? He's a veteran. He's saved the galaxy. He's building a Jedi temple. He's building the new order.
Mace Windu beat Palpatine. Like he could have ended it.
So did Luke.
If it was Anakin's fucking
Samurai
fault.
Jack, Mace Windu was even more OP.
Like, you're right. Yeah.
He was like he climbed up that like hammer thing that they had, that hammer machine, and like broke it. He didn't even use his lightsaber.
I think we're underestimating Mace Windu's power. I don't know. But then again, you got Lego guy.
He can't die.
I mean, I think both of them are chumps compared to Lego guy, but you know,
Lego guy's a tough pick. But I feel like specifically Luke versus Mace Windu, I would love to see that. I think that'd be a really tough fight. But I gotta give it to my man Luke. Like at the end of the day,
Prime Luke beats anybody.
He's the main character of the whole fucking enchilada. Like
I don't know how long we can go with they're the main characters,
Luke.
So they win aspect of these fights.
Well, even aside, like we know like he is the best Jedi by far, like hands down.
I'm ready to vote. I think. Is everyone ready to vote?
I think so. I'm still not 100%.
Yeah, it's tough. Let me pick one.
I still think
in my mind
that
so I don't.
Maybe those two would be so preoccupied they might underestimate Lego guy, or they just wouldn't be able to see him.
I'm hoping I'm Lego size now, and y'all just don't. I'll just roll up on your ankles.
It's definitely Lego size.
Luke Skywalker is definitely second. Lego guy is first. Lego guy can never die. He's immortal. I mean, he's going to win by sheer fact that he's immortal and can always respawn. And Mace Windu and Luke are just bound by mortality.
Force Ghost,
so.
But only if I let go of those pieces.
I would say
and let
if you're letting
respawn.
Lego guy respawn, then Force Ghost count.
What is a Force Ghost going to do, though? He can't kill nobody.
We've seen from the sequels that you can still do Force stuff as a ghost.
Somebody.
Sequels don't.
Oh,
they
really?
do count. Fuck off, Devin.
Nothing counts.
I'm going with Mace Windu, even though my heart tells me Luke would win. I think that given the size, Lego Star Wars wouldn't win. So,
he'd get stuck in the dirt.
And the old blind man would be cool, but wouldn't win either.
For the record, I do think Luke would beat Mace Windu in it, however powerful Mace Windu is, just because Luke is Luke. But I don't think either of them are beating Lego Star Wars as a character.
Is that your vote? Is for Lego Star Wars, man?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Damn. I was gonna say Luke. I think Luke wins this one only because Mace Windu doesn't have his lightsaber. I think that's the biggest. Yeah. I think if it was lightsaber versus lightsaber, I for some reason just feel like Mace Windu would just have the better battle experience, just be a little bit better.
That's a fair statement. I would feel comfortable saying that, but he doesn't have his lightsaber. He's at a slight disadvantage, even though he's a badass.
You can only karate chop
someone. True. Wait, but did Lego get two votes?
I don't think so.
What did you said, Oscar? What'd you say?
I voted for Luke. So Luke's gonna win it.
Fitting, of course. Okay. Luke wins the last.
Also, that way there's no tie because we don't have a sixth round.
There it is.
Please, God, make it in.
I'm glad I didn't vote for Lego guys.
So the winners of the whole thing, Luke Skywalker, of course, and the main character protagonist from the MMO Old Republic.
So our winners, we got MMO Old Republic protagonist, we got Luke Skywalker, we got a big worm, and we got the Max Rebo band, and
I forgot
what was the other one?
Battlefront 2.
Oh, Darth Maul from Battlefront 2.
Wow, what a ragtag
a big worm.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was
the
great.
worm's my favorite.
That was fun. I would definitely see us doing this, something similar with this or any other franchise or property. That was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Oh my goodness!
Way to go, guys!
I can't believe we had such similar choices.
The three
for some of these. I'm actually really upset
killed me, dude. Oh God! All right, thank you. That was a lot of fun, listeners. If you like that, let us know. Shall we move on to our final segment of the week, which we like to call Free for All? Title pending. This is a segment, listeners, where we can kind of do whatever we want. We can talk about our day. We can recommend something. We can take a nap. We can fight. We can do whatever we want. It's free for all. Who would like to go first?
Woohoo! I can go first. I actually watched a docuseries maybe last weekend before last. I don't know. At some point, I watched a docuseries. It is called Bad Vegan. You would not know what the fuck this show is about based on just looking at the title screen of it. Someone had recommended it to me, and I was like, oh, I don't really care that much about veganism. Like, yeah, I think it's whatever. It's cool. It's actually about a woman, I forget her name because I watched this a while ago, that owned a New York City restaurant. It was like one of the first big vegan restaurants that ever come out. And then randomly, she kind of goes on the run after not paying wages to her employees for like multiple months at a time. And that's just the beginning of it. This show is ridiculous, some of the things. When I tell you that this veganism show comes from hanging out in like Dolly Parton City and Scientology when it's just supposed to be a fucking vegan restaurant. It's crazy. Homegirl goes out on the run, meets this weird man that says he's part of the CIA, and he's been lying, and he's got her like hooking up with the fucking his IT dude that's supposed to protect her from anyone to kill her. And then that man is also into like this weird like Scientology adjacent like whatever, and said her dog can live forever and she can live forever, and none of this matters in the real world. Just give me all this money. Like he kept asking her to give him money, like tens of thousands of dollars at the time when she was already like over $2 million in debt. And he's like, don't worry, I'm putting the money somewhere safe. So when we leave this ethereal plane, we'll end up finding, it felt like Scientology. No. Like I think he's giving money to his. Turns out he's just a scam artist. Yeah. He's just a con artist all the time. Yeah, I would highly recommend if you're looking for just a weird ass documentary to watch about rich people being the worst people ever, and all this like these normal ass servers and stuff are like, can we get paid? Like,
right. Wow, that sounds super interesting.
Love that.
Yeah, it's only 4 episodes. It's a mini series, so it's like maybe like 4 hours.
What's it on?
Watching. It's on Netflix.
Sounds like it escalates quickly.
Yeah, it escalates quickly. Holy shit, it does.
Whoa.
Damn.
Yeah, homegirl spent some time in prison, I believe.
Damn.
So that's cool.
That's cool. I mean, it's not cool, but you know.
Would recommend. Yeah, I mean, it was interesting to watch. I remember hearing this story not that long ago, and it was kind of cool to see because a lot of it's like her storytelling now, which is also kind of interesting because I don't believe she's 100% honest about everything that happened here, but of course she's painted out to look like the victim.
Right.
But it's like you did jail time, so maybe you're not 100% the victim.
Yeah. Cool, man. Good to know. What's it called again?
I like that.
It's called Bad Vegan, and it's on Netflix.
Very nice. Mine. I'm just gonna fuck it. Do it. I'm doing the Ted Lasso hat trick. I didn't watch any more Ted Lasso, but Ted Lasso got me in such a mood that I went out and bought a soccer ball again. I'm in the mood. I went out. I was like, you know what? Because I recently I was like, I don't have one anymore. I don't know where it is. I thrown it away or lost it. I was like, fuck. So I went out and I bought a soccer ball, and I've been kicking it around, just practicing, playing around and shit. And I was just like, do some outdoorsiness. It's just fun.
Heck
Nice.
yeah. There's got to be some good pickup groups, man. You should go play.
I know. I was like,
I was gonna have you hanging out with the 37 African people.
I was gonna send Devin a picture of me like at Dick's Sporting Goods with all the soccer balls and be like, Ted Lasso got me like
Which one?
So
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
yeah. Yeah.
You want any drills you can do by yourself? Let me know, because I do those a lot, because I would usually do them alone.
I feel you.
Okay, well, here I can go real quick. So I think I've reached an important. I've been dating my girlfriend almost a year now, and I think we've reached an important milestone. It was the first show that like she got me into that I never would have watched without her getting me into
Wow.
it, and it was Bridgerton. I watched like the first. I watched like
cool.
I didn't watch the first half of like the first season, but I just kind of watched one with her, like episode 5 or something like that, and I was like, oh well, I mean, I'm into it. So I actually pressured her to watch the last few episodes when like we're like, oh, what should we watch? It's like, maybe Bridgerton. Like, should we maybe finish that up?
I gotta see how this sexy show ends.
So that's how this shit ends. Wait a
It
second.
wasn't bad. It was kind of good. It was, and I think we could bring back that style for guys, like that like collar style, because like all their jackets, like it comes out to like like a good like 6 inches off your chest this way, and then like the collar like, and you got like a little like handkerchief kind of thing here. You got the bed head hair going on. I think we could bring it back.
Yeah,
And
the wardrobe they had in that show was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I've always heard good things. I just never got to it.
Yeah, and they do just kind of make fun of like the rich, people and like that of that time period. But I think I'll watch season 2 with her.
Nice.
Hell
That's
yeah,
awesome,
dude.
man.
At the point, now you're all gonna get mad because what if she watches some episodes without you? You watch an episode without her.
Mhm,
It feels like
mhm.
cheating. It really does. It really sucks when you start a show with somebody you end up liking a little bit too much. And you're like, fuck. I gotta
Mhm.
wait until she gets home before I can watch
Right.
this shit. Like, come on, man.
All right, Alex, you're next.
What you got, Alex?
All right. So for my free for all, I'll share a little personal story. Bambi, my wife, and I just celebrated a little vacation. We went on our baby moon. We all know that we're having a little baby coming up in June, so we just set aside some time to like rest and relax and recover. Bambi has just been fantasizing for months about just floating on the ocean. So we were like, okay, let's try to make this happen. It's not gonna be warm enough
Mhm.
in the States before our baby's here. So we flew down to Grand Cayman and the Cayman Islands and had a nice, just like couple nights stay and a little Airbnb over there. Got a rental car, so we just kind of explored the island a little bit. Got some swimming in the ocean, crystal clear waters, some good food. It was like just what our bodies and soul needed, just what she needed for sure. Like we were able to float. She was able to float and just like feel finally a little bit of that weight off of her like belly and torso and like hips, which I can only imagine felt really great. So
Nice.
it was nice. It was nice to just chill the fuck
Right.
out for a few days.
That's
I
awesome.
know y'all deserve it.
I like the
Yeah.
baby moon. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby moon.
That's awesome, man. Well deserved before it all starts to get crazier.
to get amazing. Yeah, it's good to be back home though.
Nice, for
Mhm.
sure.
Um,
I've got one more quick announcement, unfortunately. The news just broke.
uh-oh.
As soon as we started this podcast, it has been officially announced based on Crunchyroll that Attack on Titan Final Season Part 3 will be coming out in 2023.
What?
It is not the end, and they are not making a movie. It is now just going to
I'm
be...
so upset. Now I actually
Another
have
season.
to sit in the year wait like every other normal person. This is karma. I'm so pissed off now.
It's not an April Fool's joke. It is currently
Wow.
this is today that this came
Oh
out.
my God.
Damn.
Brian just
Breaking
broke the
news.
news and broke my heart.
And you were so
Damn.
excited to
I
get
was
caught
so
up. and now look
excited
at
to
it,
be
man.
done.
You know what? I'm not even gonna watch the episode that comes out today.
It's just gonna make you
wait.
mad.
Yeah,
We're gonna have final season part 18, and it's despicable.
Maybe I'll finally start the first episode soon.
You got time now.
Yeah, you got a year. All right. Well, good to know. Thank you, Brian. And thank you, listeners. That's it. That's our whole show. We've done it again. You can email us at thefortressof@gmail.com. Fortress spelled F-O-U-R. Feel free to email us any questions or recommendations or feedback or anything of the like. Also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Fortress of, also spelled F-O-U-R, and The Fortress of YouTube channel. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandma, tell your cat. Rate us on whichever you listen to, whatever platform you listen to us on. 5 stars preferably, but also whatever you want.
Leave a lot of angry comments about how we got all of our picks wrong for this battle royale that we just did.
All the
Actually, R2-D2 solos everybody, and you guys are wrong.
I'm surprised that nobody picked Darth Raven, actually.
yeah.
I want to be different.
Yeah.
I figured if someone else was gonna pick.
Yeah.
Me too. I thought at least 2 people would, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. If you want to follow me, you can hit me up on Instagram. My handle is Peterson Films. Check me out.
Check me out.
Check me out. Check me out. You can follow me on Facebook.com/ITZ, by the way, or Instagram.com/ITZ_ by the way, or Twitch.tv/ by the way X.
You can play with me on Lego Star Wars.
No, you follow Devin at Empire Logistics, whatever the hell he said.
Devin at EmpireLogistics.com.
Getting the job done.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
have to come up for a motto for that, like Empire Logistics.
Yeah.
What's your LinkedIn?
Getting the job done.
Oh, that's good. Thank you, Brian, for the art. Thank you, Alex, for the music. Devin, thank you for being here as always. And thank you, Jackie, for helping edit the podcast every week. Happy holidays, everyone. And put a code on. It's cold out there.
Pretty sure someone knocked at my door while we were doing this, and I don't know if they had a coat on or not, but I'm nervous. No one comes over here.
Uh-oh. Just avoid them like most people do.
Yeah. Like, you can probably see straight through my window. They probably saw me, and yeah, I ignored that.
All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next week in another episode of The Fortress of...
But I can jump.